Welcome to the lighting challenge announcement and a little overview of all the amazing submissions that we got. So this is the Monster Tea Party, which I love. I must say this might be one of my favorite of the challenges of 2022. So let's go through them. We have quite a good number of submissions, and they all are all amazing and unique in their own way. That's why I love this, how, artists can get the same exact scene and just by the power of lighting, composition, using all the skill sets that, our students learn in our community to make their own pieces of artwork and tell their own stories. So with that, let's get started. We're going to start with Bipul, and I love this. And I saw this in progress as we were giving the lighting feedback on it. And one, I wish I had the original up because if you have heard of my, heard some of my feedback on lighting, I just love to look at references and also like the before and after, just because it just gives me so much fulfillment to see on my personal stuff too. That's why I always keep frames. But I'm loving this end frame. I'm really feeling this story here. I'm always feeling like I'm thinking of all the stories now, he's like disgruntled because these guys look so nice and relaxed, and he's kind of looking at them like, why am I holding up these two cups tired and you guys get to like bathe in the tea? But anyway, I love, the backlighting here, the colors, it's not like too overly saturated, how the light is nicely kind of sweeping back here but then gets dark over here. I think the whole thing is working great. The steam effect, really nicely done. Some things I would say is like, I don't have that much with this one, because I saw the progression of it. I mean, the one call out I'll say is like, for some reason my eye goes to these cubes, and they're feeling like a little like dirty to me is the word that's coming to mind. I feel like even sugar cubes have a little bit of this like ambient type feel, like we're getting it here, but also I don't want it to be glowy. I think it fits, but I don't know, there's something about it, maybe it's with the material, something that's like I'm not reading it as sugar cubes. Like here, this one feels like super solid too, and here, so that's one thing I'll say. But overall, I mean, amazing. I love it. I think it's really nicely done, the composition and everything. So, well done. Let's move on. We've got Juan. Always a great showing from Juan Lopez. Loving this. This is all watching all these or looking at all these makes me just want to like get a cup of tea and relax. But like definitely feeling the emotion and the character, also the steam, loving it. Overall, I think it's super successful. One thing I'll say about this is the saturation levels. To me, I think there's an opportunity to kind of focus your eye more on this monster by decreasing the saturation level on the desk here. I feel like it's a little bit overly saturated and competing with this pink monster here. And if this was kind of like desaturated, I would definitely, my eye would go straight here. So that's the one thing I'll say about this, but overall, I think it's super amazing as usual, and I love it. So let's go on to the next one. TM. Awesome. Now, like, this is how I love like all the differences. So for this one, I'll say, I'm feeling it. I think what would help for this is to have more of, I feel like the light coming in, but at the same time, I'm not feeling it on the characters, right? Like I'm looking at I'm like, okay, there's sunlight pouring in, but for some reason it's not hitting the characters the way I would think it would. So that's the first thing I'd look at if you want to take a look at this again, and like maybe have more of like a stream. Oops, I didn't mean to go super over it, but like a stream of light here, so you get that like hit on the characters coming from here. And then this part will probably go a little bit darker down here to give it a little bit more shaping. But overall, I think it's great. And yeah, just if you want to go back, definitely more opportunity to update that. But like, love it. Different take. That's why I love looking at these. They're all so different. Speaking of different, we got Karen next. I have to say, Karen, when I saw this in the lighting critiques, I kind of like did a double take. I'm like, what is that? And I just smiled so much because it just made me, it's adorable. I think I said that. I think I even wrote it in a comment. Like, that is just super adorable. I love it. I like actually like have to go back to see which character this is, because you definitely did some work on it, and I love that you do that, and that, you know, students will do that and have the leeway to just kind of like take an asset and make it their own, and this is exactly that. I love, like, I just want to go play in the snow watching this. I think, you know, this character fits into the snow really well. We've got like the cool ness of the snow, and it doesn't compete too much with like the cool skin tone. Like, usually I'd be like, maybe it should be like a warmer thing to have a nice contrast, but I'm actually really liking it. And, you know, the one comment I'll say is like, part of me is thinking like, oh, maybe this is going a little bit too hot here, but I think it does help it stand out. I would maybe, the only comment is like, maybe touch light, like not as hot, but maybe not. I don't know. Overall, I'm really liking it. It's just got this nice, cozy feel. Yeah, really good. I love it. I'd love to hear the background story behind this one, actually, and what inspired you to put the abominable snowball in the snow and out of the tea party vibe. So awesome job there. Love it. Going on, I feel like, ooh, we're having a holiday party with Otayman here. Awesome. Again, that center characters just make me laugh. I like the addition of the the Christmas hat, Santa Claus hat on him. Overall, really good. I'll say the one thing that calls out as an opportunity is that the Christmas hat, I feel like, should be fluffier for some reason. It feels kind of like sculpted. But overall, excuse me, I just had to get a drink of water. Overall, I think it's really working. I would like to see, I think if there's an opportunity here, is like just hone in this feel even more. Like, for some reason, I keep looking at this spot right here because it's like super bright. So that I would like tone it down. I would like a little bit more spill on these faces from this light here. Yeah, but overall, I think it's really nice. It's really good. It definitely made me smile. And it's like that party, it reminds me of the holiday party where it's kind of like, okay, you came, but, you know, this guy's just go home, ready to go. And I totally know that feeling as well. Awesome. Love it. Love the story behind this. I just totally made up the story, but you can tell me the story as well. Now we have this one, The Monster Tea Party by Nicholas. I like it. I like how people are changing the colors, adding their like little personalities with the robe changing up, right? This has this robe. And then Nicholas went ahead and, you know, cheetah style is is his style, which is awesome. And the cups are different. See, this is what I love about it. You have brown sugar cubes, I've noticed, instead of the white. So overall, really great job. I think the lighting wise, it's working. I think there's opportunity for a little bit of like balancing here. Like it's feeling very blown out on this guy, but then dim on this guy, which is a little confusing because this one would be closer to the light source. So I kind of like take a look at that type of thing. Same here. Like, I mean, I think this guy's too bright, but it's interesting how this one feels like it's getting slammed way more than these two, and these two are closer to the light source. And then I think there's opportunity for a little bit more shaping in the shadows here. But overall, love it. I really like, oh, and the other thing, maybe this color is distracting here, this palette-wise, if I'm focusing here. But anyway, I love it. I love the style. I love how we can, really customize the look, the different cups, the brown sugar, the cheetah style. So awesome job there. I'm just going to erase my marks and let's move on to Diana. Diana, I love this. I love what struck me about your shot. It's like I'm getting a little vignette into, this person's point of view here. And I love how it's kind of subtle. It's like, oh wait, there's someone there in the foreground. It helps with the framing, it helps tell the story. I'm like curious what's going on. Like, is this someone that just walked in and seeing, these two monsters chilling? Are they friends? Are they having a conversation? But I think, it's really well done. The lighting here is nice and soft. So, yeah, I don't have that much to say about it. I mean, I will say, I think there is an opportunity here to just do a little bit of like a rim here of light subtly to kind of bring this foreground character to see her more, or him more, or them more, I should say. Because right now, it actually did take me a second to notice this foreground character. I don't know if you wanted to keep it that subtle, but I think this would be nice to kind of break it up from right here, from the background, to have it kind of be a little bit more evident, a little bit more designed. So yeah, but overall, I think it's going great. One thing I will say, this hand, I'm not sure what's going on, if that's a hand that might fall out. Maybe that's why it's in the darkness. But overall, I think it's going great. It's feeling, I was going to say it's feeling a little bit matte on them, but if that's the style, I think that's great. It does feel like that nice soft diffused feel. I'm always a sucker for diffusion. So awesome job there. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and move on to the next one. We've got Nigel. Awesome. Yeah, so I think like it's interesting when to see like the different iterations and different tests, and then you also notice like what could be a challenge with this, right? Like consistent things I'm seeing in people's, or this orange monster here. It's interesting. He doesn't get. He seems like he's always getting lit from either back or never frontal, which is, I think, is an interesting choice. I like the gobo that you have going on here. Is it a gobo? Wait, let me check. So this is where I like check the other ones to see. Yeah, so you put on either, I'm confused if this is a gobo from like a window, or you actually put a texture on this. I'm thinking it's a gobo from like, it's assuming it's like a window frame, which is a cool move to do. I like that that design. Overall, like lighting, character-wise, I feel like this character is just getting a little bit too dark and lost, especially in the eyes. You really want to focus in. And I know he's in shadow, but you can still get like kind of some shaping going on within the shadows, a little bit more fill here for him, because like it's pretty filled in. Like the black points around here are pretty lifted in a way. So definitely could get away with more fill here and over here too, like in that areas, to just bring out the characters a little bit more. And then you can even probably get away going darker here and vignetting a little bit here to kind of have this grad go from light to dark. But overall, I think it's really cool. I like it. And again, I think this is like the window treatment here is a really nice touch. Moving on to Tim, Midnight Snack. Okay, this was another one kind of similar to Diana's where I honestly did not see this character in the background. I think it took me like the second time to see it because first I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like a darker it's like a totally different type of lighting that we've been seeing, right? And that's what I love about these challenges. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, there's someone back there. So one, love it, love the storyline. I think there's opportunity to just lift it slightly. So you know, it's still kind of, he's hidden back there, but a little bit more fill just here, right? I think would go a long way and like making it more evident, and also composition wise, to be honest with you, because if you look at this small, like here, and this is what I do a lot. So let's say I erase that, and I go back and I look at this small. What am I seeing? I'm only really seeing that like little bit right here in mid frame. And I was like, composition wise, when I first saw it, I was like, huh, why did you choose to have this guy so small? Why didn't you zoom in? And then it wasn't only till I like realized that this character was behind here. So I think if you like the gags would still be there, right? Like still keep it subtle in the shadows, but I think it'll be even more powerful because you'd be able to see this monster behind, and also the expression, because I think this monster's expression that's like, you know, that kind of disgruntled, like that behind here would be hilarious. So like just bring, I think the opportunity here is to bring a little bit more fill in here. So give a subtle shaping, maybe, you know, highlight, maybe there's like a nicer, like a little bit of a brighter highlight too going on here to just give it a little bit more shaping as well, like the light coming in from this way, like you have. But yeah, overall, I love this. I would love to see you work on this and bring this character out. I think it would go a long way and it'd be super successful and unique. And again, I love that you took this monster character and enlarged him and put him back here in the scene. And that's what is so great about these challenges and using 3D assets, because you can do that very easily and recompose it, retell the story. So amazing, love it. Would love to see another iteration of it. Next, we got Rafael. Really liking this one a lot. I feel like, you know, the sugar cubes, I will say, are looking amazing. And I'm not sure if you retextured it, and I feel like you might have, but like that looks like a sugar cube, and that's what's like really calling out to me. And even like details, I was looking at details, like did you add scratch marks to like the T tag here with the Academy logo? I'm really enjoying this scene overall. I think there's like so much detail in this. The lighting is looking really good. I like the color choice of the change in the monster too. I might be biased. I really like yellow is my favorite color, but I like this. The opportunity here I see is to, while, you know, I like the stream of sunlight coming in or the light coming in, it's just getting a little hot in some areas like this here and this here. And then even like here, just like a little too hot. Like I like it that it feels like it's bright and sunny, but I just bring that down a touch. And then, yeah, that'd be my one note, because I really like everything going on. Again, those sugar cubes, amazing. So And then after you do that, I think it could like have room for a little bit of vignetting too, like here, just like to just hone it in. Super subtle, it doesn't have to be drastic. Probably not right there, but like down here, I think it would help just shaping it more, because right now it's just getting flooded with that light. And yeah, but overall, love it, really good. So now I went through all of them, and it's time to pick a winner. And to be honest with you, I did not choose a winner beforehand, before going through all these, because I wanted to go through them all and talk about them. So let's do a quick view of everything. Yeah. Do you guys have your favorites here? I know there's so many great ones. Okay, it's really hard. Like, I do love this one, Rafael, with the sugar cubes, especially the yellow. I think all I'd want to see is that bringing it down a little bit more shaping so it's not so blown out here, and it'd be amazing. It's still amazing as is, but that's what I'm thinking. Diana's, I'm really liking Diana's too. I gotta say, Karen, I love this. It just makes me smile. And this one, Bipul, like, this one is amazing. I think the lighting choices are really good. This is a tough one. Can I pick two? No, gotta pick one. Okay. And the winner is going to be dun, 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 Diana. You are the winner of this lighting challenge. I really like it's just really helping me see a story here. And I love it. I love the element of the foreground. I think that's very unique, and it was a great story kind of composition here. And I like that you made that choice. You know, the details are really nice. Everything, the values are nice, right? It's got the soft, like even the detail back here of the teapot. I think it's all working really well. So super well done. And congratulations for being this challenge's lighting winner challenge. Thank you to everyone for your amazing submissions. You know, even though this is officially over, this lighting challenge, you're always free to like keep on lighting, or even if you're watching this and you haven't lit this scene, you can have access to the scene whenever. Just, you know, as long as you have the asset library or you're a lighting bundle student, you have access to all these assets that you can light and tell your own story and add it to your reel, and also keep like send it to us, and I will add it to the Lighting Hall of Fame for these lighting challenges. So just because this is over here, it's not over. Always have an opportunity to light, tell your own story, create every day. So with that, happy creating, and thank you everyone for your wonderful work. I'll see you soon. Happy lighting.